Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Power Rankings video of the week 17, with your boy Dustin and Devin. Devin, how you doing?
I'm doing good, doing good. How
Good,
about you,
good,
Dustin?
good. I'm great. We had a very, very good week 17. Very good games,
Oh
interesting
yeah.
games, down to the wire. Some absolute blowouts. So, dramatic events. Obviously,
Some that should have been close.
definitely not. So we will be having this video, and then we'll also be having a reactions video to week 17. We'll be talking about our reactions to the games, and then we'll be having our podcast later in the week as well. So make sure you go check those out. Subscribe, comment, whatever. Make sure you stay in touch. Focus on our upcoming videos. You'll definitely enjoy them. So let's get started. All right, Dev, would you like to start from the top 1 through 5, or would you like to start from the bottom 26 through 32?
Let's start with number one. I think it's gonna
Okay.
be easier going from best to worst.
Okay, I'm down. I'm down. So if you could have your consensus right now, who would be your number one team?
Packers,
All
no
right, cool.
question.
We good. We're already on the same. We're already on
Oh my
track right here,
god.
baby. Let's
Heck
go.
yeah.
We are already on track. Packers are definitely the best team right now, bro. They just are. They just are.
No question.
They
Like they
just are.
destroyed the Vikings. I mean, granted, the Vikings had backup, but they right now are the best team without question, and they played the best. I think out
Yeah,
of any team this week.
I think that. Yeah,
I mean,
I
except
definitely
for
think
the
so.
Patriots. I mean, they're just the best team.
I think they're most consistent, definitely. So I think they definitely have to stick there. Huh. Now this is where it gets crazy. I don't know, man. I
Yeah.
don't know. This is where it goes crazy from here.
Okay. I want to put four teams in there, and then we
Okay.
can rearrange them
Okay.
accordingly.
Okay.
Bengals, Tampa Bay,
100%. Okay.
Tampa Bay in there as well. Let's go ahead and toss the Tennessee Titans in there as well. And
Okay.
number five, I want to, and mind you, this is those four teams right there are not in any particular order. We can rearrange
Yep.
them.
100%.
This is where it gets dicey. Got to put the Cardinals in there.
Yeah.
I think you got to put the Cardinals in there after winning.
Okay.
Alrighty. Right now, I think these are my top five best teams. I don't have the Rams in there because they should not be. First of all, I think Matthew Stafford's interceptions are starting to. They're not looking good, and they're not looking good coming to the playoffs. I think that is going to be a very big factor when walking to the playoffs here because if he's going to turn over the ball against a team like Tampa Bay or the Cardinals of Dallas with high-powered offenses, they are going to struggle, and I think that's the reason why they may lose. The Kansas City, they just lost their game against the Bengals. I think these other teams right now in the top five are also better than Kansas City. Kansas City has defensive struggles. I feel like they've had defensive struggles the entire year. They've gotten better at certain points, but giving up 34 points against Joe Burrow is a lot, and that you really need a stout defense if you're gonna want to make it far in the playoffs. And all the other teams I'm looking at right now on this list, I just don't see as top tier. So number one, Green Bay. I think number two, this is where it gets confusing. I mean, it gets a little difficult. And uh, this is so tough. This is so tough.
I think this
You
is what
got
I
to
would
put
do then.
Tennessee. I think you put Tennessee at number two.
Hold on.
You put,
I think this is what I would. This is probably what I would do.
is it, that's actually really, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. You know what? Let's keep it just like that. That's perfect. It's just like I didn't want to put the Bengals at number two because I was not gonna lie. I was expecting you to like get so much backlash from you. But no. I like this. I like this right here. This is perfect. I feel like.
I think I think Tennessee is tougher to play in the playoffs. I think I know the report just came out that we do expect Derrick Henry to come back to practice, tomorrow. We're recording this on Tuesday, so that'd be interesting. I think with Derrick Henry, I think they are easily the second best team. But I
Oh
think if
yeah.
we're gonna say right now, although the defense is playing elite level defense right now, I'll leave it like that for now. I think that's fair for
Yeah.
this week. But I don't. I when I'm looking at the playoff picture, I think I would see it the other way around. But I think that's fair. I think
Yeah.
that's a fair start. I think yeah, I could say I have the temptation to drop them because of not a great performance. They still won, but also the drama they've had with AB. I think AB is a bigger loss now that Godwin's gone. like now that Godwin is gone and AB's gone, I think that the Bucks could see, potentially troubles when they play like for example, when they play the Rams. We know the Rams are stout on the D line. We know that Jalen Ramsey's gonna probably play on Mike Evans. So how what is Brady gonna do with the other guys around him? That's I think is a really big question mark going into the playoffs. So the Bucks scare me a little bit. Um, the Cardinals, I like the Cardinals. Their inconsistencies scare me a little bit, but I think they had a big win this weekend. I think it's fair to say. Um, but I would still argue Kansas City there because Bengals are still a top tier team and Kansas City played them tight, played them well. The only thing I would say is defensively they really struggled. You can't give up 266 yards to one team or to not one team, one receiver. It just does not work that way.
Agreed.
But they did look sharp offensively. They looked like they were able to run the football and drive the whole length of the field, not just take these big plays. So I think Kansas City is still scary. And I could even see Kansas City over Tampa, but I'm okay with this. For consensus, I think I'm okay with this. Um,
I do want to make a point. I definitely think Cardinals have got to be number 5, even though the Bucks did not play well against the Jets and Antonio Brown does become a question. I think a lot of people fail to realize we still do have Tyler Johnson, and then we have some dude named Grayson who came out of nowhere and is actually playing very well right now. And I just don't like the way that the Cardinals have been playing at all. Like this, I felt like this was a must-win game for the Cardinals, especially since they've been playing like absolute dog shit the past couple of
fair.
weeks. And I mean, god awful. And yeah, sure, we lost against the Saints, but our defense has stout the last couple of weeks against the Panthers, against the Saints. We don't talk. I mean, second half of the Jets game, but we don't talk about the first half.
Man, I called on the podcast. Playoff killer Jets, baby. Playoff killer Jets.
As long as we walked out with the W, because now we have the opportunity to be the second seed.
Okay.
With a little bit of help, of course.
Of course, of course. All right. So 6 through 10, I think we can go ahead and throw a couple teams in there.
Patriots, Bills, Rams, Cowboys.
Damn, that's
this
tough. I actually don't know.
I don't like the Colts in there.
I don't either because I hate the fucking Colts, but not actually. I mean, I do hate them, but that's not actually the reasoning. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's I want to say I'm concerned about Carson Wentz.
Honestly,
but
real quick, I think this is a perfect top 10 right here. I think you put it in order perfectly.
Really?
Yeah, I think I like this. I like this. I like the Rams over the Bills, Patriots, and Dallas.
I mean, the Rams
sure,
are on a 5-game winning streak. Like, I think they definitely deserve to be up there. I mean,
I agree. I definitely think there's still concerns.
I think their
there's some
defense is
concerns
playing
there.
lit. Their defense is flying all over the place right now.
Exactly. Like, granted, Matthew Stafford's interceptions could be an issue, but they still are finishing games when they need to, which is like literally all that matters at the end of the day.
Yeah, 100%.
Bills and Patriots. Bills have been stepping it up the past couple of weeks, which is nice. The Patriots have been as well, but they played against Jacksonville, so give them credit where it's due. But when they played the Bills last time, their passing game was just their offense in general really struggled to really pick it up when it need to. And Dallas has started off really good this year, and now like the past couple of weeks has been kind of iffy. Like they've just been playing very awkwardly. And now with the loss of Michael Gallup as well.
Yeah.
And I know they lost someone else, I think, on defense.
Not sure. I think the only switch I'd make is I think this. Dallas has won the head-to-head. Dallas also has some big wins this year.
You know what? Okay, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, actually.
I think that is actually the list. I think it's pretty fair. I would agree.
Yeah.
That is a pretty good list for me. Okay. 11 through 15. So we could throw a couple teams in there and rearrange.
Raiders go in there too.
Well,
I'm actually shocked the Raiders have 9 wins. Was not expecting that.
Yeah, I did not expect that either.
I was like, what? When did they win the other 3 games? They were literally 7-7 not too long ago.
2 more.
49ers?
Yep, I would have to
and
say
Baltimore.
49ers. I don't know.
Oh, actually?
Am I going to put Baltimore over Pittsburgh?
Oh. Unless you put the Saints in there.
I mean, I guess the Saints could possibly go. I'm not a fan of Baltimore or Pittsburgh. I don't think that they are very competitive, but the Saints are also not even the. Are we gonna put Philly in there maybe?
I
Philly's
don't like Philly.
Philly has the playoff spot.
I honestly think Philly's gonna get blown out.
You think so?
I
It's
think so.
possible.
I think the only team that it might be close with is the Cowboys, just because they play each other every year and they, you know, it's like a typical division game is what it's gonna come out to be,
You know
which
what?
is usually close.
I'll say this.
The Baltimore.
Yeah,
Mm.
I'll say
Okay, yeah.
Baltimore.
Let's stick with this one. Yeah. Um,
What do you think about that order? What do you think we should do for the order?
who did the 49ers play last week?
Texans with a backup quarterback, and they only allowed 7 points.
This is tough. And Chargers won their game against the Broncos.
Chargers did.
I
Raiders had a very impressive win against the Colts, but I think the Colts are still better. I think the Colts were on their streak. Like, I think one game doesn't dictate everything.
49ers over Raiders.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I think this is it for me. I like this the best.
I think so too. I even could argue 49ers over the Chargers just because the Chargers have this it's been weird inconsistency. Like
it is
talk about
weird.
unpredictability. They'll play one week really great, then they'll play some shit team really bad. It's like I couldn't imagine being a Chargers fan going through that roller coaster.
Who did they beat early at the beginning of the year? Like a really impressive team they beat. Oh, they beat Kansas City, then the next week they get blown out by Baltimore or something like that. Like there was that weird patch where they beat a really good team and then they get blown out by Baltimore and you're like
what?
and no, but I do agree. I think I like this order as well.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Next.
Yeah. Saints, Eagles. Dolphins. Definitely Dolphins. Oh, this is yeah, I guess you'd have to put the Vikings there.
I mean, yeah, I think you have to. I agree.
Saints over the Eagles. Steelers over the Eagles. Oh God, actually, I think you put
so?
Eagles. You put Eagles at 19. That right there, and then Dolphins over the Steelers.
I don't think so. I can't do that.
What do you you think Steelers over the Dolphins?
I think the Dolphins have one impressive win. They played Baltimore. They beat Baltimore, and then they go on, and then their second impressive, like then they went on that, they went on that big streak, and their best win in that streak was like beating Baltimore. They had no very good wins. Then they go and play a team with like, oh, they won 7. They win 7 straight. They go play Tennessee and they get smoked by Tennessee. Like it wasn't even kind of close. I don't think that they're good at all.
That's fair.
I mean, like they played like. I mean, oh my God, they had. I don't know who exactly in my head, but they played a terrible stretch of quarterbacks. That includes Ian Book on Monday Night Football. We remember that game.
Like, that's awful.
I think the best quarterback that played was Lamar, which is obviously a good quarterback, but still like they did not play a good stretch of quarterbacks. I don't think Miami's legit. I actually would do this because I think after watching that game this weekend, Miami should not have been blown out the way they were. They got smoked. There's no chance they should have. I'm okay with this.
You couldn't even argue the Vikings. Yeah, I was about to say because that offense is good, like with Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
I feel like the game would have been closer against the Packers if Kirk Cousins was in. But when you have
they definitely had an
opportunity,
they definitely had an opportunity on offense, but it was tough without Kirk. I definitely see. And I think that kind of values the value. I mean, that increases the value for Kirk. I don't think Kirk's half bad. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't think either. He's played solid. He's been very quiet this year, but he's played solid.
He needs some help on the defensive side, of course. But other than that, I think this is a pretty good order. I'd be okay with this. I almost would jump Philly over Pittsburgh because Pittsburgh is the definition of a roller coaster this year. But I'll leave it at that. I think we can agree on that. I think to be fair, Philly surprised me this year. The way that they're now going to the playoffs, which is crazy to think about. But yeah,
I'm surprised, honestly.
Yeah, same here.
Well, they have they clinched? Oh my God, they clinched.
They clinched.
Oh shoot, it's 49ers and Saints fighting for that last 7th spot.
Exactly.
Or 6th spot.
It's a
6th spot or 7th spot.
I don't know exactly how it will go, but they're fighting for a wild card spot. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah. All right,
Okay,
So we can
good.
agree on this. Look good.
Yeah, yeah, I
All right,
like this.
good.
I like this.
Next, throw some teams in.
Browns, unfortunately. Okay,
Jesus.
let's go. Let's go ahead and start with let's do the worst teams.
Okay.
Jags, Giants.
Who do you think the worst team in football is?
Oh my god,
I'll
it's
go and end it here.
gotta. Yeah, it's got to be the Giants or Jags.
I think
Those two have got that would be the
they
worst.
are so bad. Giants are so bad. And I will agree. Like, oh, I probably should have done this the other way.
You know what? Put Jets in that 20 in the Browns category.
No shot.
You don't think so?
I'm taking the Panthers over the Jets. I'm taking the Panthers and the Seahawks over the Jets.
I would take the Jets over the Seahawks.
I
I
would
think the
take
Jets have.
Chicago over the Jets.
Oh, oh.
Okay, I think can we agree?
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
We'll go.
so are you saying Seahawks or Bears? Because I think that's the only two possible answer.
Mm, I think you put the Bears. Seahawks have
Bears?
been so disappointing
Okay.
on offense too.
Okay.
Jets are number one in that
No,
last
bro,
spot.
they're
You
not
don't
better
think
than the
so?
Seahawks. They're not better than the Seahawks.
Oh man.
Okay, I will argue this. I will say this. Fine.
Okay.
Then I'll put this. Then I'll put this. Then this. Then this. And then
Yes.
the garbage.
Perfect.
I think
Perfect
that
order.
is better.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I would even argue here, but I don't know. They're a little inconsistent for me as well, so I'll stick. And Zach Wilson has looked good recently, so I'll stick.
Let's fix that 21 to 25.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What do you think?
I think the Panthers. I think Browns are ahead of all of them.
Yep.
You think the Falcons are better than
The
the
Falcons have
Broncos?
been impressive.
Actually,
Impressive this year. If you look at the roster, they've been more impressive than what they should be. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I'll take the Falcons here.
Chicago over Panthers. What do you think?
I don't think
It's
Chicago.
tough.
I don't. I think I don't know.
I don't know. I think this might be good
I think
actually.
it's okay. I think it's okay.
Yeah, like Panthers defense is good,
I
but
think
their
it's
offense
debate,
is straight
but
garbage.
yeah, exactly. Like they have no quarterback help, and
Exactly.
they showed some promise throughout the year, but obviously they need some quarterback help. But I think this is okay. I think with Fields, the Bears gonna develop. These two are literally in the same boat. They literally are in this literally need to be right next to each other. And I think they've been solidly impressive. I think they've been up and down this year.
They've been disappointing.
Yeah,
They've been disappointing.
Definitely disappointing. I mean, people had them winning the Super Bowl.
I honestly, I thought they were gonna make the playoffs, but Baker Mayfield's got to go this year. I don't care what anybody says. Baker Mayfield's got to go, or more players are going to continue leaving the organization.
Yeah.
Like I kind of feel bad for Jarvis Landry, because he's a good receiver, but you can't show greatness when your quarterback doesn't throw the ball to you.
Yeah.
Like that interception last night. Yeah. That interception last night was atrocious. That might be one of his worst interceptions.
Yeah, and he had
that
two
was rough.
Last night. That was tough. Yeah.
Well, I know. I think one of them was to give Big Ben the ball, didn't you?
Well, I don't know if he was necessarily giving it, but yeah, it was not. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just
regardless, Big Ben. Yeah, exactly. They should have beat the Packers.
Yeah.
Like 4 interceptions. Like, come on, man. That's terrible.
100%. Okay, is there anything else you want to change?
No, I think this is a good list.
All right. So if you guys, this is our list. Obviously, it goes in order. Packers are 1. Giants are the worst team in the league according to us. Please let us know what you think in the comments. Tell us what you don't agree with, what you agree with, whatever. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell all your friends, share, whatever. Do what you gotta do. I appreciate you guys for watching, and have a good one. Peace.
See y'all later.